What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm back here in the man cave. Man, this is so different than being down at the red brick house, man. Wow, I've got so many more bells and whistles and things to work with here and all that. And it's almost overwhelming to be back here because, as my buddy Martin used to say, the photographer, that sometimes you go guerrilla style. And by that, he meant that a lot of times when he was in Africa doing photography work, you didn't have all the bells and whistles, so you had to take it with just what you had, you know, that you could carry, okay? And you didn't have a charger or anything like that or an outlet. You went guerrilla style, and that's how it is at the Red Brick House, as opposed to here at Joe Boo Central where we have everything. Come this time in 2 days, we'll be sitting here in the aftermath of the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. A game that I don't even know why they're playing the game, because the Cowboys got no chance against the Eagles. I have listened over and over and over. I have had text messages left and right from Philly 500, who's told me that the Cowboys have no chance against the Philadelphia Eagles because their mentality is to win. They don't put up with the shit that the Cowboys do, that we accept mediocrity. They told me that they got a better offensive line, and quite frankly, you sit here and go down the list, they definitely have the better offensive line. They got the better wide receiver core. They got the better tight end. Some will say they got the better quarterback. They've got the better coaching. They've got the better defensive line. Hell, for a while there, they're talking about big play Slay and how good their secondary was. Why are the Cowboys even showing up? Because the game is already determined. Oh, hell, I forgot. The Eagles even have the officials. Somehow, they got a quarterback who's limping like crazy, but he's not even listed on the injury report. I'm trying to understand that. But, you know, we have no chance. But the thing that's funny to me is listening to all the talking heads, because they talk about how much better the Eagles are, that they are a great team. They were in the Super Bowl last year and came this close from not losing in the Super Bowl. That they're great, that they're 7-1. And, you know, it's funny because the Cowboys blowing people out, oh, man, well, they just getting Dak Prescott statistics, they're just garbage time. They're not like real close games like against the Commanders. Those are real points. Those count more than Cowboys, of course, blowing out the Jets. That means nothing. Even though the Eagles lost to them. So, if we are to take them, because this is where they talk out of both sides of their neck. If you're saying that there is basically this giant here, okay? This giant over here that's got everything, all the tools, all the weapons and stuff. And here's this little guy over here that's got no chance. How can you then say, if they lose to him, that they're a disappointment? How can it be disappointment if you already preordained that you got no chance in the world and that you suck in comparison to them? I don't understand that point. Then you turn around and say, this is a must win for the Cowboys. Okay, I may agree. It's not, it is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't. Because the Eagles have a rough road to hoe. Now, it would be best if we were the ones that were the rough road that they couldn't hoe. That we knock them down a notch before they go through, so they start questioning themselves. And that we get right there within striking distance as we have a few games that are more favorable. To put doubt in their minds before. Shout out to you, Kurt Morgan, becoming a channel member here for the live stream before the live stream even started. Appreciate you, bro. But I think the Cowboys, like Jerry Jones says, well, you know, we built the roster to beat the Eagles. Well, we've already been beating the Eagles. And if we've been beating the Eagles on a regular, here's the thing that's funny is the talking heads will always say, well, Cowboys beating the Eagles, even though 8-3. In fact, I get Eagle fans that say, "Oh, well, that's a fraudulent record. That means nothing because they don't do anything in the playoffs." I dare say that if the Eagles were to own our ass 8-3, if their quarterback was putting up 40 burgers, averaging 44 points a game against them, I can bet they would say, "We own your ass. You suck. Our quarterback dominates you and owns you." So if the Cowboys have won almost 3-1 against them, 3-1 against the Eagles, right? 3-1. 3-1. How would beating them be an upset? I'm asking for a friend. I'm seriously, I'm asking them for a friend. Now, we know what's going to happen if the Cowboys end up winning. The Cowboys end up winning, with the Eagles, of course, having, A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert and Devontae Smith, best offensive line in football. We're going to hear that Cam Jurgens didn't play, one of their offensive linemen, even though people forgot that we didn't have 3 offensive linemen that were playing against the Cardinals. And didn't find out till Thursday that they weren't playing. They're going to say Jalen Hurts is hurt. You're going to say, well, Jalen Carter was a little nicked up. And the Cowboys, it was a must-win game for them. And it really didn't mean anything. That the Eagles were just coasting, and they must be looking past the Cowboys to their bye week. That they already had their golf clubs in the car, and they decided to take the bye week early, and that's why the Cowboys won. So I'm just going to preeminently, if the Cowboys win, say that we will hear those excuses. After saying it's a must-win, I'm curious what they would say about the Cowboys. Would they say that maybe the Cowboys are a lot better than we thought? Or were they going to say that it's just a fluke that the Cowboys won? Are they going to say that the Cowboys had a better game plan and outplayed the Eagles? Or are they going to say that the Eagles weren't really the Eagles? I'm asking for a friend because that's the way it always is. It's kind of crazy that when we destroyed the Jets, well, it's only the Jets, man, even though they have one of the best defenses in football, and we blew them out. The Eagles lose to them. They got a great defense. They've gotten themselves together. They got good coaching. Oh, okay. We blow the Rams out. Oh, well, you just padded the stats. You kind of struggled against them. Well, the Cowboys, of course, it's all a moot point because the Cowboys have no chance against the Eagles. Some reason, they're still going to play the game. We'll be here live Sunday, all day, starting at 10 o'clock with the early game. All day stream. I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate you guys, and I hope you tune in less than an hour for our live stream. Peace.